Hello, this is RICKY, the Android guy. Alright guys, so today I'm going to be going over the Galaxy Note 10.1 review. So first things I want to point out is obviously some of the pros and the cons to it. One of the pros is that you have really the best speakers out on the market, and that's just a unique design that only Samsung has done so far. You have speakers right on the front, and they're both stereo, and it makes a stereo sound, and on the front it's just the best design of a tablet that I've ever seen when it comes to speakers. On the top you do have things like the headphone port, IR blaster, which works with an app called Peel to make it a universal remote. You have a micro SD which can take up to a 64 gig micro SD, which is pretty impressive. You have a volume rocker right here and then a power button. Alright, on the front screen you can actually program it to launch whatever 4 apps you use the most, and then just go right to those apps. So it's a really nice feature. It does have a sensor up here at the front too, so it does have smart stay, so as long as you're looking at it, the tablet won't turn off, another benefit of it. Downside, some people don't like the material. I don't mind it. I usually have my tablet in a case anyway. And there's some really nice ones out for the Note that I've seen. Fortunately, most of them are overseas, but some like fine Italian leathers and all that kind of stuff. So some ones that I'm looking into, but yeah, so has some potential. In terms of, let's go into a couple different apps. So browsing. Web browsing is the best I've ever seen on a tablet. So not only even on a Flash website is it going to move really quickly, but you have unique features that you cannot do on any other tablet. So for instance, I'm using Dolphin browser, by the way. It's the browser that I think is probably the best. But just going back to regular bestbuy.com, I want to show you that something else you can not do with any other tablet for web browsing that you can do with this one. The pen works kind of like a mouse that, as you would have it on a desktop. So that, let me zoom in a little bit more for you guys. When I go over an icon, I can actually have the drop-down menu come out. Now on no other tablet can you do this. If you click this, it actually takes you to the products. Or if you click it, it takes you to this part. But you can't actually go to the full menu and then actually click like that. You cannot do that on any other tablet. So it's really just a nice feature that this tablet has that no other tablet out there has. Now the other thing you can do with web browsing, of course, is do more than one thing at once. So if I go to the stock web browser, the internet browser, I can actually go to this, and while I'm using this, I can actually hit right here, Multiscreen. So Multiscreen is really cool because you can do more than one app at the same time. Now what I opened up here on the side is a video player, which is a beautiful video player because it actually sends you a preview of all the different videos while before you can see it. So it's really a nice feature to have, and it's just again something that's not on a tablet. It's a really nice feature that should be on other tablets. So I'm going to play this video, and I can web browse on here at the same time. And the stock browser isn't as fast as Dolphin, but it also hasn't loaded all the way yet. But just one thing to note. Now the other thing I can do with this one is I can actually use what's called pop-up play. Now pop-up play is really nice because of the fact that you can actually have this video, you know, down on the side or down in the corner while you do other things. Say if I wanted to go to S Note, I can have this video and I can move it, you know, more over here if I'm concentrating more on my notes. If I'm concentrating more on my notes, and still have this video playing. And I want you to keep your eye on this video because this video will not delay at all while I'm doing everything else. So pretty nice feature, just, you know, if I wanted to type in. And it converts really quickly to text. One thing, when you write to text, it's just really that quick. Oh, that Y isn't that good. And there you are. And so you can see how quickly that can be done. Really nice, just very well done. You can save it, you know, Note 2. And then you can automatically from here switch to another app too. So if you want to lose Polaris Office, which does come with it, you can use that. Now on the newest update of 4.1 that this will get in probably less than a month, you can actually do up to four apps at the same time. So something very unique to, again, this one truly bringing multitasking to the next level that no other tablet has been able to do thus far. So it's just really something that's beyond everything out right now that no other tablet's been able to do. So now I'm going to close these. I'm going to go to video, and I'll show you a better looking video just so you can see the video quality and the speaker quality. So let's go home now. And as you can see, there was a template for a letter. One thing nice about Polaris Office, it has a lot of templates, so it really looks good. So I'm just going to do a video now for you guys, which I think I have the one I usually do in here, yeah. Just so you always see the same kind of quality and difference.
You were made to be ruled. In the end, it'll be every man for himself. What do we do? We get ready. There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people. Take that away. What are you? Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
So you can see the video quality is just really good on it. Now in terms of music, definitely probably again one of the best tablets out, just for the fact that you have such a great strength in terms of the songs you have on here because of the speakers. And this I will not be able to play right now because of my music. I had to connect through Bluetooth for Wi-Fi right now, so not all apps recognize that generally. But let me see if I have the stock song just so you can actually see it on here and see how it runs. Now in terms of benchmarks and games, I have done separate videos on that. Gaming is just amazing on this tablet, especially when using the wireless adapter, which if you haven't seen what that is, check out my video on it. It's really amazing that you can actually stream wirelessly mirroring to your TV. Yeah, I know that doesn't give the best signal, but as you can see, very loud, very well off. Actually, if I can use that. But yeah, so really good quality, definitely in terms of how the sound plays out. If I can do a YouTube. I know you guys always appreciate those kind of songs, so we'll just, just so you can get a better sense of the music.
Inside the solitary mind of a madman, stream to the dark, evil lurks, enemies, city flee, activate my hate, let it break, little flame, section, empty out my clip. Never stop to aim, some say the game is all corrupted, fuck this shit, stuck, niggas is stuck in you, plus I'm...
So really good sound. Obviously that video was really low res, so it's not going to look that good, but just to give you an idea. Other than that, in terms of camera, the camera's actually not that bad. It's a tablet camera, so it's never going to be perfect or ideal, but in a few photos that I have taken with it, It doesn't look too bad comparing to like the last year's model. Last year's model, really, the photos did not come out good at all. Whereas this one, I thought I took some photos with this. Maybe not. I think I deleted them. But the photos really didn't turn out that bad. If I take a photo of just like a quick Google shirt, this is going to be a live photo, of course. Oh, and this is at the 3.2. Let me do, I like the widescreen shot instead of always the 4x3. Oh, let me just do that. Alright, so this way you guys can see that it hasn't been manipulated or anything like that. But not bad in terms of its color reproduction. You can really see the green and red fairly well. Even on this lower res shot, it just comes out really well, and you can distinguish that is yellow, red, green, green, blue. So pretty well off overall. Not going to be the best. Front camera is really good though for video chatting, so that's another important part. So battery life. Battery life, you get about 8 hours on this one, so it's not the 10-hour one compared to last year's model. Even into the Tab 2, it was more like a 9-hour battery. So battery life isn't as strong as I would like it to be. You can extend it probably to like 9 hours or so if you use the power management tab on this part right here, and that will slow it down, but it slows down your processor then, so from a quad to a dual core, kind of like how Asus has it, but so that's just one thing important to note. Now, the pricing of this tablet is $499, so obviously that goes against other competitors such as the new iPad, Asus Infinity Pad, which we will be doing comparisons to it this week. But definitely, I would say, for my opinion, it's still the best tablet out. I've seen the Asus Infinity Pad, and the screen isn't that much more impressive. I'll show you more on the comparison when I do it. But, you know, the pixelation difference is the only thing that the downside to this tablet compared to those two tablets. Other than that, when it comes to speed, performance, it's really well off, and I love the ability of multitasking, which you cannot do on those tablets. So I recommend this for a student, a business person, and a gamer. If you fall into those categories, you definitely want this tablet. If you're looking into other tablets, feel free to ask in the comment section, and I'll give you reasoning on why you should go with either or the other one. But if you are any of those, as well as of course any kind of editor, if you're doing photo editing, video editing, even AutoCAD, it's the best thing out there, specifically just because of the S Pen, of course, but that is pretty much a given. If you're any kind of artistic sense, this is way better than the iPad for you. Alright guys, so if you have any other questions, feel free to ask. Once again, this has been RICKY, the Android Guy.